if you look at that figure, that only a small percent of our kids are proficient in what it takes to read, understand, and generalize content information. That is clearly related to instruction. It's clearly related to a very parochial and, again, primarily philosophical view of what goes into reading.
It's sort of like a vicious cycle because you can't blame teachers for not knowing what they don't know. They have never been taught it, they've been taught misrules, or they've been taught totally superficial stuff. They've never been brought to a hard criterion in working with kids, particularly hard to teach kids.
Teaching and learning is an incredibly complex act. It's an incredibly complex act. And if we look at the way that schools are structured right now, we're not supporting the learning of our teachers, all right, in order for them to do what we're talking about.
The toughest challenge is not so much the science anymore. The toughest challenge we have is in moving the science to the development of teachers in their preparation, such that what they learn is actually objective, is based upon converging evidence rather than philosophies, belief systems, appeals to authority. Getting the information to teachers already with kids who have been, in a sense, propagandized into these very broad and general and non-evidentiary kinds of approaches that they use in teaching reading. Absolute failures in terms of our scientific tests vis-a-vis their effectiveness. So you have this kind of problem. Teachers want to do that. When I was a teacher, I wanted to get up every morning. I wanted to make a difference in kids' lives. And when I saw I wasn't making a difference in kids' lives, that hurt the kids. But it made me feel dumb, foolish, embarrassed. Our teachers sometimes feel the same way, but they can only teach what they've been taught typically. And they come to these very complex interactions to teach reading, for example, with a very limited set of knowledge modules, if you will, a very limited set of concepts in terms of how do kids learn to read.
Universities have to dig much deeper in order to lead on this issue instead of follow kicking and screaming under political pressure to meet these challenges of teacher preparation. They have not done a good job.
It is the resistance in the educational community, particularly at the higher education level, that is where teachers are trained, is enormous, almost unbelievable.